This podcast is brought to you by Legend Comics and Coffee in Omaha, Nebraska, located in scenic downtown Benson. They got a new location. It's absolutely gorgeous. Check it out. And by listeners like you. Go to Patreon/2headed nerd. Become a patron. Support this show.
Once, they were two best friends managing a comic book store. But when an innocent blood oath went wrong, the two found themselves trapped in the same body, imprisoned in a strange pyramid made of long boxes, buried deep below their hometown, where they are doomed to discuss comic books until the end of time. They were once Joe and Matt. Now they are known as the Two-Headed Nerd. And this is their podcast.
Broadcasting from the Ziggurat at Omaha in caverns deep below the metro area, it's our pleasure to welcome you to another Back Issue Show, episode 801 of the Two-Headed Nerd Comic Book Podcast. I am your head number one, the internet's Joe Patrick.
I'm your head number two. My name is Matt Baum, and we are going to be doing these KO shows until well into June. This one just happens to be our first show of 2026, continuing our coverage of the DC K.O. event.
Don't tell them it's going to be through June. They're going to stop listening.
At first, I thought this was over in February. Then I started seeing solicitations for late March. Oh, no.
In this episode, we read... the tale of the tape on round 3 of our all-fight month coverage. The seasoned, speedy veteran Jay Garrick takes on the baddest bull cut in the Green Lantern Corps, Gardner. It's bald baddy versus baneful brimstone when Lex Luthor takes on Etrigan the Demon. And the final round goes to two fighters with an ugly past. The Clown Prince of Crime versus the Robin he beat to death with a crowbar. The Joker versus Jason Red Hood Todd.
Only in comics, folks.
That's right. Of course, we'll also check in on Mr. Terrific and the Terrific 10. Scratch that. Make it 7. They're in hell, and it's Batman versus every possible Robin and Bat replacement in his Knightfight companion title. You might want to ask the kids to leave the room because it's no holds barred in these no disqualification matches. Ring the bell because it's back issue time in the Ziggurat.
We're only on round 6 somehow, but it feels like we're on part 29. And I think if we check the official reading order, technically this is like part 21 or something like that. But regardless,
in the notes here,
it's Flash number 28 from round 6, Jay Garrick versus Guy Gardner. Yes, technically part 21 of your DC K.O. This is written by Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell with art by Vasco Georgiev. Main cover by Dan Mora. Heck of a cover, by the way. Very cool. And I do think it is featuring one of those weapons.
Yep. This is what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
When we talked about the Aquaman issue, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw the Claw of Horus.
Yeah.
This is what I was thinking of. It was this one.
Loyal listeners
where
will
Jay
remember
Garrick's got the weird sword.
When we covered the scavenger hunt, when they ran out and went and got weapons that were never mentioned again. Nobody told Dan Mora, and he put it right on the cover of Flash 28. So,
but then again, I did hear, I think there is a rumor that the Omega Sanction ability that Superman picked up is still going to come into play. We'll see. We'll see.
Who knows? Colors are by Matt Herms. Letters by Buddy Bodan. It's 28 pages. It's $3.99. Now, when we last left off, Wally was running Bart through time and had said out loud, and I went and looked at this issue to make sure I was not crazy, said, oh man, the evil Omega Legion of Superheroes is trying to replace the Speed Force with Omega Speed. They killed the Speed Force, and that's why Bart can't feel it anymore and he can't run. And we're like, what about you, Wally? And he's like, nah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Feeling just fine.
Yeah.
I had that same thought.
What?
I had that same thought. I was like, wait a minute. I thought they couldn't run fast anymore.
Right. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But no, he's got to run through time as fast as he can to stop the evil league. And where's he got to do that? Oh, you know, that day when Barry turned into the Flash, because Barry Allen. But we'll get there. Don't worry about it. Meantime, first round begins. It's Jay versus Guy, and it takes place in the lab where Jay became the Flash. Jay also became the Flash in a laboratory experiment. They all did?
Well, Jay was a scientist,
right.
but not like, it wasn't like lightning flash and anything like that. It was another thing.
I'm just saying, if I'm hiring and I'm looking for a guy to run the lab, I'm not hiring any Flashes because apparently they're bad at this shit. That's all.
Well, I mean, thankfully, workers are protected by law from having to disclose if they were a Flash on their job applications.
For now, Joe. For now. Okay. Just as they are about to fight, Jay decides, oh, hold on, man. They said we have to fight. They didn't say how we've got to fight. Let's play checkers.
I love it. He's a grandpa.
Funny. It's cute. It's
funny.
funny.
He's not really a grandpa, but you get it.
Points to Jay Garrick because everybody else either showed up and went, I don't really understand how this works. Are we buddies fighting together? And then they got their ass kicked, or they just flipped the switch and went, all right, time for me to kill this person. So at least Jay, he's playing the conscience of the JSA, the veteran. And so they play checkers. Turns out our boy Guy Gardner does not know how to play checkers, and it's pretty hilarious.
It is pretty good.
But that's not our KO. No, he gets mad. He insults Jay for being old. He cracks on Wildcat, who was just killed not too long ago. Jay's not into this. Takes off his metal hat. Bang! Hits him in the face with it, right?
Yeah.
Which, that hat probably hurts. Looks like it's sharp. It's made of metal. Can't feel good. Oh. And then he runs around him really fast. And Guy Gardner's like, enough of this shit. Green something. I can't really tell.
It's a buzzsaw blade.
Is it a buzzsaw blade?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And he cuts Jay Garrick in half because,
K.O. Yeah.
He's over it. And
he's a hero.
Again.
Now,
what heroes do, Joe.
There are two ways you can take this. The first is they aren't following the internal logic of their own story, of their own crossover, because the second guy got frustrated and threw the checkers board away. That should have counted as a loss.
Or
the heart was just like letting this play out because it amuses it.
I think it was more the heart was like, take your time, boys. One of you will kill each other. I'll just wait. No problem.
Yeah. And so like Jay thought he was being clever, but really the heart had no intention of letting that play out.
Just a note, Guy Gardner is smiling when he cuts Jay Garrick in half. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Guy is definitely, he's definitely has problems.
Round 2 outside. Oh, I should mention round 1 goes to Guy Gardner. Round 2 outside the original JSA HQ. Guy chooses his Red Lantern form because he's furious. Oh! And you know what? It looks cool. Guy looks good in the Red Lantern outfit. This art, pretty fucking solid here. I'm having a good time with it. And
the art is good, yeah.
The last time we looked at it, I was a little, I don't know about this art. I think there was just too much manga shit going on with Bart's thoughts and cartoons and stuff like that. I think that bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like something you would think.
I think the art here is solid. So Jay shoots Guy with Speed Force lightning because he literally has become the Speed Force. That is the form that Jay takes. He goes, all right, I'm going to be the Speed Force. 1.
I feel the Speed Force in
Are we allowing
pain and dying.
Are we allowing that? Is that okay? Like,
why not?
Is it a valid form?
Jay is powered by the Speed Force.
I'm not saying he's not powered by it. I'm saying he becomes the Speed Force. How do you fight the Speed Force? How do you punch the Speed Force?
You don't.
Okay, so why didn't you wait to do that in the 3rd round, maybe? Is that just bad planning on Jay's part? Bad idea?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess he didn't. Well, he's got to make it through the 2nd round.
Yeah, I agree. But I might try something, in the 2nd round before I tried this if it's allowed, which just seems kind of silly to me, but whatever. Turns into Speed Force. And
I can't believe at this point in the proceedings, you're still giving it this much thought.
I'm asking questions. We're here to give this the thought, Joe. We're here to ask the hard questions.
We're not, though. We're not. We're here to say, is this cool or is this dumb?
I am a comic
It's
book.
okay if you think it's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
I'm saying, yeah, I would like if you want me to explain to you why I think it's valid for Jay to become the Speed Force, I will. It's because that when Flashes die, they merge with the Speed Force.
Yeah, but they go away. They don't. I mean, I guess they whisper and show up in comics and stuff, but they don't.
They go away, but they can come back from it. Barry came back from it. Wally came back from it. Bart came back from it.
Did he come back as a living lightning that you couldn't touch or feel or see, but could shoot lightning bolts, or did he come back as Barry? I'll answer that question for you. He came back as Barry.
Yes, but I'm saying that yeah, it's the Speed Force. Don't fucking overthink it.
I don't love it. Regardless, he shoots Guy a few times with lightning, and Guy explodes into a KO that kind of looks like it's made of, I don't know, like intestines or something.
I mean, it looks like blood.
It's bloody.
It's blood
red.
Because Red Lanterns have that whole blood thing.
Explosion. I do like the way Jay looks here. He's all yellow and lightninged and like pretty cool. And for a minute there, he's like, I don't love this. You know, like I like that Jay is going through it a little bit at least. Guy Gardner, I'll buy, is kind of a psychopath, but, you know, whatever. Watchtower interlude. Grodd is trying his telepathy on who I'm calling DBSG. That is Dark Booster Side Gold, as you may or may not know.
Okay, sure. Booster
Gold is possessed by Dark Side. So for the rest of the show, we'll refer to him as DBSG for the sake of time. It doesn't work. And Booster shows Grodd, hey, old man, in the future, you're losing bad. And Grodd is like, oh, this sucks. And looks like maybe he's going to poop or something. He's really upset. And like when gorillas get really mad, they take craps. Did you know that? So I picture, I'm thinking in this scene, when Grodd gets really upset and he telepathically reaches out to Luthor, more on that on the Superman comic, to tell him what's going on. He's also pooping. And I think that's why Luthor's like, Grodd? What the fuck?
I mean, it's not like Luthor can see him pooping.
No, but he's definitely got a look on his face.
It's like getting a mental cell phone call.
He's got a look on his face and a serious question mark.
Grodd, is this coming from the toilet?
Oh, God,
are you on the
toilet? Round 3, which takes place on Volgar? That is the name of the Voldar. Sorry, Voldar. For those of you who don't know what Voldar is, that's Guy Gardner's home planet. You see, he's from an alien race.
He's not from an alien planet. He is descended from an alien.
Oh, okay. Question. This is part of the Guy Gardner warrior continuity. Look it up if you don't know what it is, but there was a time where Guy Gardner was from a long line of Voldarian warriors who could summon weapons to their body. Sort of like Random turns his hand into a gun. Guy could do that with all kinds of different weapons.
Sure, right.
Was this wiped from continuity? And if so, it wasn't. We're acknowledging that happened.
Green Lantern Rebirth, when Hal Jordan comes back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like you see Parallax or the Spectre or whatever torturing a Voldarian like Guy Gardner, like torturing the Voldarian.
That was a long time ago, though. We've had 3 reboots since then.
Yes, but Green Lantern Rebirth is still in continuity. Okay. Hal was dead. He's back to life.
I was just curious if this is the first acknowledgement that Guy had a shirtless alien life in the 90s then. Okay.
No.
If you've never seen the warrior costume, it may be on your screen right now if you're watching this on YouTube. If not, check us out on YouTube. We put pictures up there. But it's bad. I'm just going to say it's bad.
He's covered in a bunch of weird, like, tribal tattoos.
Yeah, very 90s. Now, I happen to know that Joe Patrick has a soft spot for Guy Gardner's warrior period.
I love Guy Gardner warrior.
Did this give you the feels when we got the shot?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was excited to see him. I was like, yay.
Okay, so let me ask you this next question. Guy Gardner does not know what form Jay Garrick is going to take. Jay Garrick literally just turned into a speed god and electrocuted and blew him up. And Guy Gardner said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give up the strongest weapon in the universe, the Green Lantern ring, and I'm going to turn into pink, blue, and yellow Guy Gardner warrior who could turn his hand into a spiky ball. Do you agree with this? Do you think this is good planning on Guy's part? Let's not talk about how it turns out yet. Do you think this is the best plan for Guy Gardner?
After thinking about it a little bit, I'm thinking that they can't choose the same form twice.
No, they can't. No, that's not true. That's not true. Because it was Cyborg said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it in the pages of Titans 30 and stayed plain old Cyborg that blew up the Swamp Thing the first time.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
So why doesn't Jay just go, you know what? That whole Speed Force
No,
gob
because
thing
in the
worked out pretty
second
well.
round, he turned into the one where the gun comes out of his butt, like you were saying.
Oh, you know what? Maybe when I said it ain't broke, don't fix it, he went back to his very original form and used all of his friends'
I don't know,
weapons,
man.
Whatever it was. I don't know.
So this, if you're
rules are
asking me
nebulous.
to no prize it away, I'm going to say that if the heart is making you choose a new form every round, you can't be like, okay, I want to go back to the round where I won.
Oh, fair enough. What is Jay Garrick wearing? What is this Jay Garrick form that he shows up in? He's got a Speed Force sword, spear, sort of Darth Maul spear, double-sided lightning spear thing.
I think this is a modernized take on what he wore when he was
In the JSA, like the original JSA?
when he originally became the Flash, when he was fighting the Nazis.
Okay. Because it didn't do anything for me. I was just like, well, that doesn't seem like the best plan.
Well, it's not like historically going. If you look at past comics, it's not what he wore. But like he talks about how, you know, it's time to let the anger go, to start at the beginning with my clearest mind, when my sole goal was to wage war against evil and win.
Gotcha.
And so I believe this is his war uniform.
So he's channeling the greatest generation. And
Guy is generating guns.
Guy is generating guns and brings along all of his Vuldarian ancestors, which I have to allow because Wonder Woman did this shit. Several other people.
Yeah, that part but it's not like,
to his credit,
they all take turns fighting him.
They don't do anything. They stand there and they watch. That's all they do.
I mean, I guess it's just like a metaphor.
Yeah, they do literally nothing. And Guy takes the weapon away, doesn't even summon his own weapon. I mean, he turns his hand into a big, I don't know, guts gun or whatever, and catches the spear that gets thrown at him and throws it back, pinning Jay Garrick against the wall. And he's like, have some respect for my elders. And Jay's like, Guy, do me one favor, man. And Guy, of course, says, no mercy, Garrick, because he's a psychopath.
He knows he has to win.
And Jay smiles, says, don't need it. Just beat the tar out of Darkseid for me, will ya? And then Guy's like, oh, yeah, you got it, pal. No problem. Bazooka! And fires a missile.
I don't think he said it casually like that. I think he said it in a
calls
very
him pal. I don't know.
stern, cool guy
Then
way.
he
Like,
shoots him with
you got it, pal.
shoots him with a guts missile, and Jay Garrick blows up, and
Chaos.
K's and O's blow up around him. Final battle to our man, Guy Gardner.
Yeah. So this is how I took the Vuldarian thing. It's sort of like how T'Challa channels like the history and knowledge of all of the Black Panthers before him.
So all his ancestors like, we'll help you make a real big guts missile.
Yeah, you keep saying guts missile like that means anything to me.
What
but
is
I
it?
understand.
I'm just saying this missile is shiny
Made
and
out of
red
guts.
and
Sure.
shoots out of his arm. So if Random is shooting brown bullets made of poop, I'm saying he's shooting a red
Random
missile.
is not shooting brown bullets, and no one has ever said they're made out of poop except for you.
Regardless, I'm saying this is a red missile made of guts.
It's sure. If that's what you got to tell yourself, then fine.
It came from. So we cut to our final scene where our boy Wally knocks on the door of one Iris West, who is just about to hook up with her boyfriend Barry on the day he's going to turn into the Flash, because this is what we do in Flash comics. We constantly time travel to the time that someone either turned into the Flash or someone's parents died. That is what we do. And Wally's like, hi, you don't know me. Take care of this kid. I got to go save Barry Allen. See ya. The end.
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Let's just talk raw comic book. Kind of silly, but it looks really good. I didn't have a bad time.
It's fine.
Here.
It's like, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
good. It's a fun time.
I had a better time here with this Flash book than I did with the last Flash book, but I do not understand what they're trying to pull with the Speed Force shit if the Legion ruined the Speed Force.
I don't think about it too hard, Matt. That is my...
I don't think we can.
That is my absolute strongest recommendation to you.
Yeah, somebody on Reddit Comics was like, here's the deal. Bart's from the future. They fucked up the Speed Force in the future. That's why Wally went to the past where it hasn't happened yet. And I was like, okay, fine.
No,
why is
that
Bart
does not
still
hold
messed
water
up?
with me? No.
Like, no, that's bullshit. I'm saying they got some explaining to do, Cantwell and Waid.
I think that if you want to say that they mucked around with time and severed impulses connection to the Speed Force, I'll allow it.
Okay, maybe. I don't. They got to explain it. So far, I don't know.
But obviously, Jay still has his powers because he fought in the tournament. Wally still has his powers because we need him to.
Yeah.
So, but Jay does say something about how the Speed Force is dying.
I don't know. Right now.
It really doesn't matter.
Let's rate it. What do you think?
This is a buy it. Like, it's a good time. Like, what else do you want?
Yeah, this is a buy it. I'm going to give it a buy it. There was some silly stuff, you know.
I mean, you did make fun of it for literally the
all
10
of
entire minutes.
Well, that's the job. You know, we're not here to like, yay, hooray,
right.
Goodbye. Hope you liked it.
All right. Like, it fulfills the all fight month mandate. Does it play fast and loose with any sort of rules that Snyder and Williamson have bothered to set up?
They all
100%.
Yeah.
But they all have.
Yeah.
And that's only going to continue as we progress through the next two fight month issues.
I just need to think of this as like pro wrestling rules, where like, yeah, there's rules, but sometimes we'll say there's no disqualifications and the ref will still be yelling, get back in here before you're disqualified. Like, what?
It's all theater.
Yeah.
It's all theater.
Yeah.
Right? Round 7 goes to Superman number 33. It's Lex Luthor versus the Demon. It's written by Joshua Williamson with art and cover by Hayden Sherman. Hayden Sherman, aren't you busy enough?
I got to ask, before we go any further, why does Lex have a red beard on the cover?
Because he had one not too long ago, and that's probably when Hayden drew the cover.
Same thing happened to Dan Mora with the damn sword. What do you do?
Yeah, right. Like,
okay.
Like I believe they actually show Lex shaving his beard in an earlier Superman tie-in to explain why the previously bearded Lex shows up in DC K.O. number 1 with no beard.
Okay.
So I just think there was a timing disconnect.
Fine. I was just curious.
So Hayden Sherman, colors by Alejandro Sanchez, letters by Ariana Mar. It's 28 pages for $4.99. We've got Lex versus the Demon. At a previous point in time, we see that Lex has made a deal with Neron, and so he's got some extra juice. To what extent, we don't really know.
Yeah, and he's
the book opens with Lex in hell on one of the previous occasions where he had died. And even before that, he had made a deal with Neron all the way back in the 90s during Underworld Unleashed. So,
oh yeah, him and
this
Neron?
ain't the first time we've seen Lex make a deal with Neron.
No, these guys, they've definitely touched tips before. This is nothing.
Okay, stop that. Lex and Etrigan fight. The Demon immediately breathes fire on Lex. Lex loses.
And this was what we discussed the other day when we were getting ready for this. I was like, okay, hold on. Etrigan is a super powerful magic user, and I know Lex goes toe to toe with Superman, but 9 times out of 10 when he does that, he's got some kind of kryptonite thing going on that's like weakening Superman a little bit, or some super weapon that's doing something. Here it's just like, Lex, you got your super suit on, go fight Etrigan. That seems like a losing proposal to me. I don't know. And if he is,
hey, Harley Quinn, go fight Zatanna.
And
what are you gonna do?
If he is fighting, if he is amped up by Neron, not showing it in any way that we see here. And when I say touch tips, Lex is naked in this a lot. He spends a lot of naked time in this comic. So
yeah, but some of these naked bodies don't have any lower body. Like they're cut off at the torso. So.
Yeah, but they're hogs.
It's not a guarantee.
They live in my mind, Joe. I just draw them in with my mind powers.
You're a sicko.
Yeah.
And even if Lex made a deal with Neron, it wasn't for physical power. That's not Lex's bag. He makes a deal for some other thing. Like in the 90s when he made a deal with Neron, it was to heal his breaking down clone body to be restored to his full youth and vigor.
Yeah.
So the through line in this issue is, does Lex Luthor have a soul? It's a really great like title treatment. It's incorporated into the lettering. Very well done.
Love it. The bricks. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Within pretty short order, Etrigan fries Lex and Lex dies. KO. Round 1 goes to Etrigan. Round 2. Choose the form of your Destructor. And we've got we've got Etrigan dressed as Etrigan, the younger version of Etrigan from the Demon Knights book from the New 52.
What is Lex wearing?
Lex is wearing the armor that he used when he was fighting crime in Metropolis as a hero, circa the beginning of DC Rebirth. And so for a while there, he was making a go of being a good guy.
Oh.
And he was wearing a Superman color scheme suit of armor with an S on it.
This is a Supercore thing.
No, this was way before Supercore.
Before Supercore.
That was Dawn of DC. I'm talking DC Rebirth.
DC Rebirth. Sorry, gotcha.
Like a decade ago, when they brought Wally back and they did the Doomsday Clock. And
okay,
stuff.
I had no idea what this was, and Etrigan didn't either. And he keeps like, "Dude, you hate Superman. You're wearing an S on your shirt. What's that?"
It's true, but that's where that comes from. And now, instead of being in Hell, or where were they at the beginning? Camelot, maybe.
The first
I think
fight,
they were in Camelot.
No, the first fight they come flying. I mean, maybe. Yeah, it looks like they come flying out of a castle. They're Camelot. Yeah. They didn't name it, but in this one, they're like, "Welcome to Lex's office."
Right. Yeah. In Lex's home turf, there are some LexCorp goons there that Etrigan has to deal with. And of course, just like with every other time somebody has brought extra help to one of these rounds.
Sure. Why not?
Etrigan says, "You cheat."
Yeah. Like, well, but why doesn't Lex be like, "All right, here's the entire Injustice gang. Let's go." You know?
I mean, I'm not sure what stopped him other than imagination.
Right. I mean, I get
because if this is allowed, then why wouldn't that be allowed?
Lex is not the smartest guy. So, maybe he didn't think about it.
He's not.
I don't know.
If only he weren't, if only he were the smartest guy in the whole DC universe.
Sure.
Meanwhile, back in the real world, Lois and Superboy Prime are still in the fortress, and they're trying to download Superman's mom's memory files into the Superman robots so that they can take him to the Time Trapper. But the Superbot that they have left, the data is so big and powerful and taxing that it can only hold the data for 2 hours.
Dumb.
So lock the ticket.
Like, why would data be so big? You can only hold it for 2 hours. What? It's going to bust out of him? Like, what's going to happen? What?
I mean, maybe it's making the robot overheat.
Like, I can only hold it for 2 hours.
I'm going to have a meltdown. We got to get going.
Then I'm going to crap it all over the place. What?
It's not the silliest thing that any of these books have done, so we're going to skip past it.
But if you look, you need something here and you're like, oh, God, they only got 2 hours. How about the Earth's about to turn into New Apocalypse and we've got to get out of here?
Yeah, that would have been better.
It seems like you've already got something baked in.
Sure, yeah. Now we're back at the battle. Lex and Etrigan are fighting, and Lex generates a boom tube and blasts the demon's head off. Okay, that's pretty badass.
I thought that was pretty cool. Was that armor able to do stuff like that? I don't have any. That was my question. Like, okay, I assume he did it with the armor. Was this armor built on like new apocalyptic technology and he did stuff with boom tubes?
You're asking me questions I do not remember, but he clearly has a mother box in his armor that he takes out and uses to create a boom.
All right, folks. Somebody who remembers DC Rebirth, lay it on us.
Again, it doesn't matter. I'm not that interested.
We're here for the minutia. That is what we do, sir.
We're doing this until June. We don't got time for that.
Sure we do. We're figuring it all out. By the time we're done, they're going to say, two-headed nerd, those guys knew what was going on in DC K.O.
They definitely remembered that Gorilla Grodd was pooping when he fought the Time Trapper.
Yeah, he definitely was.
The Dark GB BG
DBSG. Get it straight.
Sorry. So KO round 2 goes to Lex, and then there is another arena change.
DBG.
Now we are, I guess, in hell.
Now we're in hell. And you could tell because Lex is naked.
Yes.
He's like, they're like, choose your form. And he's like, I choose nudity.
Oh, okay. So I think this is actually key.
Yeah, no, it is. He chooses.
That's when it hits me. I know how to win. The heart says, choose your form for the final time. This next battle will be your last. Boom. Now they're in hell. And Lex is chained up. He's got a bunch of weird runes carved into his flesh.
So this is something that happened to him. I don't know when, but he talks about it.
And Etrigan shows up in the form of Super Demon from Grant Morrison's Multiversity, which tickled me to death.
Oh, wow. That's what that is. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like, I've got home court advantage and I don't have to rhyme. So suck it, Lex. And Lex says, sorry to burst your bubble. This is not my first time in the underworld. And when I was here, I learned about myself. I also learned about these runes that were carved into my skin. They are not spells of preparation. They are spells of possession. And he uses the spell runes carved into his own skin to steal the curse of the demon from Jason Blood and into his own body. And he's like, you will be the one sucking it, Etrigan. Now you're my prisoner.
No,
and
even
so we
better
see
though.
Lex in this sexy
Jason
shirtless suit.
And
with a
Jason
cape.
Blood is like, "Oh, Lex, you did it! I'm free of the curse." And Lex is like, "Yep, murder."
Yeah, Lex don't care.
Cuts his throat.
But what Lex did not bargain for is that Etrigan, Jason Blood was never in the driver's seat. Etrigan was the boss of that arrangement. And so Etrigan immediately starts to take over Lex's body. Hayden Sherman does this incredible full page spread where the panels spiral around in a spiral.
It's cool. It's
Clockwise from the top left and ending in the center. And it shows Lex and Etrigan struggling. And the point of it is Lex saying, I refuse to let anyone control me again, ever. And there's an explosion and a KO. And when the dust settles, Lex arises the victor.
How? How did he, what did he literally do to win? Because as good as this page looks, and I agree, looks very good. Hayden's a very talented guy. I do not understand how Lex won the battle other than he went, nuh-uh. What happened?
I mean, I think he went, nah.
Is that it? He said nuh-uh. And then the demon's like, well, I guess that's KO enough for me. I quit.
So Etrigan says, this is literally what it says on the page.
Yeah, I know.
Lex, Lex, there's a darkness in you. You're really tortured. Oh, he's rhyming again, which is bad.
Right.
You're really tortured in your mind. There's a darkness in you, I find. And Lex says, you're right, demon. There is one that's more powerful than you could ever comprehend. I refuse to let anyone control me ever.
KO.
And then there's an explosion and a KO, and Lex is the winner.
So, nuh-uh?
Nuh-uh, yeah.
All right. Just making sure. I did not get it.
Through sheer force of will, Lex Luthor is able to fight off a possession from Etrigan.
I'm willing to play by WWE rules. Or not WWE. Fuck the WWE. They're a bunch of fucking assholes who are too close to Saudi Arabia. But anyway, I'm willing to play by pro wrestling rules. But I'll tell you what. No one wins by sheer force of will. Nuh-uh doesn't get you a 1, 2, 3. That's all I'm saying. So this is the first nuh-uh I've seen. So, I don't know.
Yeah, fair. This issue is great. Oh, well, sorry, there's more.
Hold on. We got to get to the Grodd part. The pooping.
I get it. We get to Lex's part of Grodd's toilet confessions. Luthor, it's Grodd. Listen to me. I'm screaming at you from the toilet. We've been betrayed.
I don't want to break your heart here, and I'm not trying to speak ill of any monkeys, but they don't use toilets. They just kind of go. You know. I
mean, the toilet as an act.
Sure.
I'm calling you as I'm going to the toilet.
Got you.
That is when the issue cuts off, but we don't see Grodd tell Luthor that it was. Give me the initials again.
I think it's safe to say it, and I've got it right here in the notes. DBSG grabs the time trapper, and who is Doomsday, you may recall, grabs his fist and says, "Your story is over." Now,
but that's the time trapper. We're talking about Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, I know, but I assume Grodd told him, "Look, bro, it's DBSG."
Well, yeah, I'm saying
we don't see it.
You can assume that all you want. But we don't see it, and we just like we didn't see Lex do anything other than go nuh-uh.
I get
to
it.
Win that fight.
I get it. Here's my main problem with this book. Okay, Booster Gold, time traveler, time trapper, time traveler. Booster Gold grabs the time trapper's fist and he says, your story is over. He doesn't say time's up. Come on. It's right there.
Well, but this is Booster Gold and this is Darkseid and Booster Gold.
Mr. Joshua Williamson. This is so easy. Time's up. That's your one-liner. Your story is over? Get out of here. That sucks. This is a leave it. No,
our last panel is Superboy Prime, Lois, and the Superman robot flying off to presumably the Watchtower to take the news of Superman's mom to the time trapper. Little do they know that they're about to fly into a trap.
Yeah. I'm giving this a buy it. This is fun. And
of course, it's awesome.
Anytime
it's
you get
really
to see
good.
Lex overcome and be Lex, it's a good time. I will say the nuh-uh death, kind of weird.
I think that we've seen way dumber shit so far. So why start penalizing them now?
That's one of the worst I've seen so far. I will also say Hayden Sherman, fan-friggin-tastic. It freaks me out a little bit seeing Hayden Sherman drawing Superman. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was so much brighter than all the Batman stuff I've seen him drawing. They, pardon me. But it was a little, at times I was just like, is that weird? I don't know. Like, it's good. It's just weird.
We also don't really see Hayden draw Superman outside of the robot.
No, and I'm used to a lot of, and I'm also used to a lot of Dan Mora, a lot of, very flashy Superman art. It's great. It's a buy.
It's a buy it for me as well. Okay. Yeah, I thought this was a phenomenal issue.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay, we're going to speed it up a little bit. We got 3 books left. Let's get into it, all right? DC K.O. Red Hood versus the Joker, #1. This is your round 8, technically. Part 23 of the story.
Most importantly, this is the final chapter of All Fight Month.
This is your All Fight Month finale, written by Scott Snyder, Joshua Williamson, main cover by Jorge Corona and Sarah Stern, art by Dustin Nguyen and Giuseppe Camuncoli, inks by Mark Morales, colors by John Callis, letters by Steve Wands, 44 pages for $4.99. Because when the Joker and Jason Todd get together, we got to stretch this into a whole thing. Let me tell you. Round 1. We got Nguyen starting out on art. He's great. The book looks fantastic. Jason launches into his, everybody thinks Batman made me and everybody thinks the Joker made me, but they're going to learn that ain't nobody made me. I'm the Red Hood who took his name from the Joker and once got killed by the Joker and is definitely messed up by everything the Joker did to me, but that doesn't bother me, and that's not why I'm talking about it. You're talking about it.
Speeding it up, Matt.
Anyway, Jason talks about why Batman has trouble fighting the Joker. It turns together, he's wily, he's crazy, he fights with total abandon. And Batman, it's not like he's one of the world's greatest martial artists or anything. How would he deal with that? It's got to be difficult, right? At this point, Jason seems to take a knife and stab it through the Joker's neck with the blade coming out of his mouth. Okay, I should mention this is round 1 of the Ace Chemical Plant. And they're fighting with knives, and bam, he like stabs him, and the Joker just runs away. Which, like, I'll buy the Joker's crazy, but he's not even bleeding at this point or anything. It's kind of a thing. Also, this Joker's tongue is split in 2 like a weird pervert, so he's got a snake tongue.
Well, that might be because of what Jason just did.
No, because it's not bleeding. I think that's just like old. I think they're insinuating this is what his tongue is like. And Jason hadn't done that yet when he sticks his tongue out.
No, this is after he.
Or no, he had. You're right. But regardless. One other thing that we learned in the rules is you can bring exactly one thing with you to the fights. Never been mentioned up until this point. But
not a single time.
Here we are. So our boy Jason brings a gun that is loaded with what he insinuates is the cure for the Joker. Batman's been working on it, trying to cure the Joker, and this is it. But it turns out, nope, it's not. It's just the same drugs that the Joker fell into, but they're times 1,000,000 or something. I don't know. They crank way up. So when Jason shoots the Joker with them, the Joker mutates into a monster with a whole bunch of mouths. Because, the Joker, right? And the art's great. It looks super creepy. Nguyen's doing a great job here. The fight scene's really good. But the Joker throws a little explodey ball with a face on it, because I guess that's the one thing he decided to bring, Joe, right? I'll allow it, whatever.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And it blows up, and Jason gets knocked into the chemical plant, and he's like, no way, bro, I'm dying on my own terms. And as he is melting and definitely turning into a Joker face and smiling, he kind of twists his head around real fast and breaks his own neck.
Yeah, which is how the Joker offed himself in The Dark Knight Returns. It's a throwback to The Dark Knight Returns.
Okay.
Very famous scene.
Fair. Silly, fair, whatever.
Yes, but that is what it is.
I suppose. So round 1, Joker. Round 2, we're on to the Camuncoli art. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Jason Todd is like, well, I'm not doing that again. If I'm going to choose a form, any one of my forms from past, present, multiverse, future, whatever, I'm going to be a little kid again. I'm going to be Robin. Because, it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Jason, yeah, I mean,
there's no good excuse other than we need to we've got to do the Joker with the crowbar fighting Robin, but this time Robin wins, right? That's the only excuse. I mean, come on.
Right. Also, just as an indicator that the tongue thing was because of what Jason did in round 2, the Joker's tongue is just fine. Thank you very much.
Well, okay. Well, maybe he's chose a different form, though. Who knows? Back in the day before he had the weird surgery so he could lick 2 butts.
The Joker does not have a forked tongue.
I think later on he had a cut so he could lick 2 butts at once. That's just me. I don't know. Whatever. So this Robin reveals that back in the day, Joe, he was...
How close together those butts gotta be?
Not as close as you think. He reveals that back in the day, he was holding back, and he could have killed the Joker whenever he wanted because he's Jason Todd. He's a fucking psychopath. He kills people all the time. What does he care? Right. And he held back because he didn't want to upset Batman. And that is why he let the Joker beat him to death with a crowbar. Because he didn't
let the Joker
Batman.
beat him to death.
If you let himself, he was held
holding
back.
He was holding back. He held back during the fight, and then the Joker got the better of him.
Okay. Still his fault.
He didn't let the Joker beat him to death. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
I think holding back led to a position of getting beaten to death with a crowbar. We'll mark that as a mistake.
Well, sure. Yeah, I'll agree it's a mistake, but he didn't just lay there and take it.
But this time, that's not what happens. And Jason gets the crowbar because vengeance. Yeah, it's a scene we've all wanted since very few of us who actually cared that this happened or that Jason came back after it happened have been waiting for. We want to see Jason violently beat the Joker to death with the crowbar. And just as he's about to, the Joker shoots the bomb. Remember, there was a bomb in the bunker, too, they were trying to stop. The bomb goes off. It appears to kill both of them, but it doesn't. Jason's alive and the Joker lost, I guess.
Well, you can sort of see in there's an explosion and then a whoosh where you see them engulfed.
Yeah.
But it looks like Jason is using the Joker's body.
I guess that's what they're insinuating here. And it's fine. I'm fine with this death. KO, Jason wins. We're tied.
And again, this is like a mirroring of Batman carrying Jason's body out of the rubble from Death in the Family.
Sure, it's all there.
Jason carrying the Joker's body, except
all
the
there.
Joker's dead.
Pathos. It's right here on the page. We can feel it, right? Now we're back at zeros. It's all zeros for round 3. We're in the graveyard in Gotham because of course we're in a graveyard in Gotham. Where else would you do this? And the Red Hood has chosen a slightly older Red Hood as his form, I guess.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, the Joker has chosen to be the Joker as the Red Hood with an axe. So I guess he can bring 2 things. I don't know. Regardless, they have a big fight. Jason looks to have won. He beats the hell out of him. And he talks about how, even though I'm an older Jason, I'm me and I'm not Batman and I'm not the Joker and none of this bothers me at all. And he whips his ass and he kills him, he leaves him in the grave, and he crawls out of the grave and he's like, yeah, I did it. And he's sitting there, but the fight was very violent. And so he dies. And then the Joker goes berserk and starts his own heart again. Joker wins. Ha ha! KO!
All right, let's wrap up this interlude, and then let's talk about the issue.
Watchtower interlude. Our boy, Blue Dark Gold Side, Blue Dark Gold Side wants the Time Trapper to watch the Earth turn into new apocalypse. The
Dark Booster Gold Side?
Yeah.
BBGS.
Booster Dark Gold Side.
Booster Dark Gold Side.
Yeah, because it's Booster's body. Dark Side took it over, so it's Booster Dark Gold Side.
BDGS.
Yeah,
BDGS.
This is not hard, right? So
you just got it wrong.
The Earth now explodes into fiery new apocalypse, and then Joe Patrick, we get an exciting first look at Titans 30. This was part 19 that came out on December 17th, so I'm not sure why we're getting it now. It's an all fight month first look. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to give this a skim it, and I'm going to give this a skim it. One, it's all pomp and circumstance. They didn't have the balls to give Jason the actual win, and they need the Joker to be around because now we are telegraphing that Batman is absolutely going to return to take care of the Joker and whatever happens in KO. More on that.
Well, I mean, when you say that they didn't have the balls to give Jason the actual win, they never had any intention of having Jason win anything.
I don't think so. But like but they still tried to give us Robin does get his comeuppance and he did it his own way.
Jason's his own man, even if he had to die proving it.
Yep, and murder someone to do it.
And also, I guess it didn't work because the Joker survives. Anyway,
so if you wanted to learn any of those lessons and you wanted to see Jason grow up, too bad. He's still violent. He's still a badass. He did it his way. I don't feel a lot for this. I feel like this.
I don't think you need to look hard for reasons for this to be a skim it. I think this is a skim it on the strength of the art alone. Yeah, because the story makes no fucking sense.
The story's pretty silly.
And I was looking forward to this one.
The choices made are downright silly.
It doesn't make any, again, because you're not wrong. It's right here on the page. Jason shoves his knife through the back of Joker's neck and through his open gullet.
Right. And I know the Joker's crazy. And I know.
And it cuts his knife in twain, or his tongue in twain. Right. We see it.
No blood.
But there's some blood on the knife, but you don't see, he's not like bleeding profusely from it.
No.
but also there is a brainstem.
Right.
KO. How did Jason do that without just immediately killing
How is that not KO right there? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And it gets worse from there because they say things like the heart lets us bring. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at it again. The Quantum Quorum said we could bring one item with us.
The Quantum Quorum is the Time Trapper.
The Quantum Quorum
Booster
is Booster,
Planeteer,
Time Trapper,
or Captain Planet, or whatever the fuck his
Gorilla
name is.
Grodd, and the World Forger.
The World Forger, sorry, not Captain Planet.
Let's go with Captain Planet.
Yeah, whatever.
That has literally never been said. That I never saw that anywhere.
Also, why are they in charge of that? They don't seem to be in charge of anything.
Like, they're not the Heart of Darkness.
No.
They don't get to make the rule.
No.
So that's strike 2. Strike 3, Jason's one item is a gun full of Joker serum that turns him into an even worse Joker.
Right.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
And this in my head, I'm reading this, and in my head, I hear Brian Domingos' voice. This is what Scott Snyder gets you.
Yeah.
This is the guy who's like, wouldn't it be cool if this is what happened?
Yeah.
No, Scott, it's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
And it's violence and spectacle for violence and spectacle. That's it.
But whatever. That part I don't care about because it's all fight month. That's
no, and I'm not saying you can't do violence and spectacle well. I'm saying that's all it is.
Right. And then like round 2 where it's like the heart says choose a better form and you chose an objectively worse form.
Yeah. I mean, we covered this. It's a skim it. We're going to yell at it.
There are a laundry list of things that this story makes no sense for.
Yeah.
And but the art is so good.
And if you want to do something with that Jason and that Joker moment where he gets his comeuppance, maybe this isn't the time because it doesn't count. It doesn't matter anyway. So,
right. No, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
All right.
This is
all fight month is over.
Thank God, because it barely qualifies. Like
Well, wait till all training month starts, where we get to fight Annabelle
it's
and
tag team. No, it's
Mortal
tag team.
Kombat characters.
It's tag team round now with as of DCKO number 3.
All right. Let's move on, Joe. Let's move on. Justice League Unlimited, number 14.
So this is a KO tie-in. It is technically, I mean, it came out in December, but it's not part of All Fight Month. It's Justice League Unlimited number 14. It's the Terrific 10 Part 3. It is written by Mark Waid, art by Dan Mora. Art is by Dan Mora, colors by Tamara Bonvillain, letters by Ariana Mar.
It's 36 pages for $3.99.
Look, bad news, guys. The Terrific 10 are down to 7. These jabronis are in hell. They're walking through total darkness. And now the ground is like squishy for some reason.
Gross.
Which is not something you want to experience in the best of times. Superman Blue like shines his lights and they see that they are walking on a bunch of damn faces. Yikes, like disembodied faces. It's disgusting. Aquaman can tell because there's a nip in the air or whatever. There's water nearby. And soon they find themselves on the banks of the fabled river Styx.
You can taste it with a super water mouth.
He tastes it with a super water mouth.
Yeah. He's like, can you taste that? And they're like, no, and I don't want to.
Why would you want to? Why are you tasting anything? Yeah. Mr. Terrific, who thinks he's so smart, came prepared for this, and he hands the ferryman a bunch of coins for boat fare. And the ferryman says, "You can't be serious." Title page. It's awesome. Great moment. From there, we flash back to the Watchtower, and we learn that Earth has been 94% evacuated. But the neuron-enhanced villains that we learned about last issue, they're making that last 6% near impossible. And Red Tornado is left on the satellite with a bunch of scrubs to help out because everyone else is busy. So it's like the Doom Patrol are here, Fire and Ice are here. Sorry, girls, no offense.
All the schmucks. Who's the werewolf guy? Who's the flaming werewolf guy?
Oh, those two characters were introduced in
that's right.
Power. I don't remember.
It was like somebody Beetle and Jungle Wolf or whatever. Yeah, I remember now.
Those are not even close to their names, but yeah, something like that. We see the Quantum Quorum elsewhere, and the Titans, and that's pre the Dark Side reveal. So
yeah, none of this
entire storyline prior to All Fight Month.
Right.
An editor's note would have been nice, but through context, we figured it out. Suddenly, the boom tube room goes dead, and because all of the shuttles are being used in the evacuation, the remaining heroes are stranded. Back to hell. Charon, the funny man. Charon, the ferryman, explains that the toll to cross the river is not actual money.
I will give you, he is hilarious.
Items of personal significance.
He's laugh out loud hilarious the whole time.
Yeah, no, Charon is fun. It's funny.
The funny man.
Oh, Charon, the funny man, yes. So you got to give up something that means something to you. You can't just give me a handful of pocket change. The reason why coins work is because coins are bequeathed upon the dead when they are recently deceased. Like, here's something to help you
by
through
somebody,
your journey.
somebody that's upset, mourning.
Yeah, right. And so, like, it means something. The coins mean something to the recently deceased.
That's why
a
when
pocket full
Mr.
of pennies
Terrific
means nothing to Mr. Terrific.
When Mr. Terrific gives up his fair play tattoo, that means something.
Okay, there's more to it than that, but we're gonna get.
Sorry, that was dumb.
The heroes don't have a ton to offer, but they're able to leave behind things that kind of help them function as heroes. Like Batman Beyond gives up his batarangs. Dr. Fate gives up her magical gauntlets. Gold Hawk gives up the nth metal that helps him like navigate. Mr. Terrific and Superman, they don't really have tools. Mr. Terrific doesn't have T-spheres, I guess, for some reason. And they have to get a little bit more metaphysical. Mr. Terrific gives up his dedication to fairness and equality. Metaphorically, no more fair play. In an ironic, literal stroke, the ferryman, the funny man,
flies away,
erases the fair play tattoo after
in the back of his head. Mr. Terrific is like, it was a really lame tattoo. So
you did me a favor.
Dodged a bullet there.
Superman is forced to give up his capacity for hope, which what could possibly go wrong?
Don't forget, Aquaman gives up his hook. So he's just
Aquaman gives up his hook.
running around
literally the only thing he has.
Yeah, he's just got a stump now.
Yeah, yep. Back in the physical realm, the world is totally fucked. There's fire pits everywhere.
It looks awesome, too. It looks completely awesome.
Kid Flash's team makes its way to the seat of Neron's power on Earth, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The evilest place on Earth.
Makes sense. I remember those bumper stickers that said, if I owned hell and Oklahoma, I would rent out Oklahoma and live in hell. Like when we were really mad at the Sooners back in the day.
Sure, right. They head through this like force field thing and pierce the veil into Neron's fortress or stronghold, and they are very shocked to find a quaint and calm but unusually green suburb. Everything's green
and purple. There's a lot of purple going on too.
It's way more green than you would expect.
But like what I'm saying is we're sending a color scheme here as a hint to who you're about to meet.
Yeah,
and it looks great. The coloring is fantastic.
They head into a nearby church and find a strange priest plucking the souls from seemingly willing parishioners, even though the parishioners are sobbing. Turns out, oops, it's the Church of Neron, and the priest is the Atomic Skull. The Skull and the rest of his ridiculously overpowered partners are now the quote-unquote holy army of Neron. Big yikes.
I also love they're just like, well, we're going to live on Earth. It'll be fine. We're going to stay here. You guys can leave if you want. We're staying here.
Yeah, I mean, sure. On the River Styx, the heroes are attacked by demonic sea creatures, which is a good thing because Aquaman is here. Oops, now he's dead.
Yeah.
Now there are 6.
Yeah, it turns out the dead sea creatures a lot harder to control.
Yeah. Yes. On the Watchtower, the entire power core is starting to fail, which is bad news because it was fueling all of the evacuation methods like the ships and the teleporters and whatnot. And with the heroes at their lowest point on Earth, in space and in hell, things are looking pretty grim. Next issue. As below, so above.
This book was great. This book was great.
Which makes you think we might be going to heaven.
No, what that means is Earth is about to turn into a new apocalypse and become hell and hell. That's what they're talking about. As below, so above. So,
maybe. Yeah. Okay, fair. That's
Dude,
fair.
we just saw it happen.
That's much more like that.
We literally just saw it happen.
No, I know. It's just that, like, I was contrasting.
No,
I was going off of the hell part, and I was like, oh, they're gonna go to heaven and find help.
No, now nobody's getting anywhere.
Heaven is a real place.
We're stuck, and we just saw in the pages.
As below, so above. Yes, hell on earth. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's bad news. This book looks awesome. Justice League Unlimited is still a blast. I would argue all you need to know is that KO is going on. You don't need to read anything else, and you'd be okay with this story.
I'll do you one better. I don't even know if you need to know that DC K.O. is going on. Because if you've been reading it from the beginning of the Terrific 10, they're telling you everything that's going on.
That's what I'm saying. All you need to know is the Time Trapper's here and like, all the other heroes, they're busy.
There's a thing going on.
Yeah.
But supervillains are making deals with Neron left and right, and shit on Earth is getting real, real bad.
They're busy.
We sent it to hell. Like, that's all you really need to know to enjoy this book.
That's a buy it.
You will enjoy it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, this is a buy it. This is so far.
I got no notes, no criticism.
Best part of DC K.O. tie-ins so far is this book. It's great.
That is truly fair.
All right, let's finish up with DC K.O. Knightfight number 3 of 4, the penultimate issue. This is another one we've enjoyed a lot of so far.
Yeah.
And you may recall in the previous issue, the Red Hood.
Credits.
Yeah, I just want to set something up real quick. The Red Hood was trapped under, a big glass thing where they trapped all this red gas in Gotham, and Batman
was trapped under a red dome,
right?
And it was flooded with Joker.
And he was accusing Bruce Wayne of being Clayface and saying, "You're not Bruce Wayne, you're Clayface." And I said, "What if something else is going on here?" And Joe was like, "No, just shut up. He's definitely Clayface." I want to discuss that. We'll get into it because I don't think either of us won this bet. I don't know what the fuck.
I won this bet,
I
Matt.
don't think you did.
I won this bet.
I don't think you did.
1,000%.
This is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Dan Mora, colors by Triona Farrell, and letters by Tom Napolitano. It's 36 pages. It's $3.99. We open with Clayface fighting Jason Todd, who is a Batman in the future. We've set up. Now, this is where the weirdness comes in, and I'm going to argue I don't know if there's still a bet or not, because Bruce has been transformed into Clayface by the Heart of Apocalypse in this twisted version of Gotham City protected by Jason Todd.
You can't weasel out of this bet.
Now, hold on.
I won this bet.
Other than the Heart saying, choose the form of whatever, and you getting to pick,
But that's not what this is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not what Bruce is going through.
We have never seen anything like that. We've never seen the Heart just
Bruce
go,
is
now you're going to be
through this
Clayface.
by the Heart. Bruce is not competing in the tournament.
I get it. Fine.
I won this bet.
I'll give you the bet. I no longer understand where Knightfight is going. And up to this point, I thought I had. What we see Jason get knocked off the roof. Bruce saves him with real long Clayface arms. Like, no, get back here. The Heart hates this because the Heart wants him to fight, because the Heart wants everybody to fight. And it's like, you're cheating. You're not supposed to be nice, because Bruce is like, I saved you and I'm going to help you get out of here. It's not fair. You shouldn't be stuck in here. And I love you. And you're my son. And we're getting out of here together. And Jason's like, really?
That's not what he says. He says together, and then the Heart reacts. So Bruce says, no more playing the Heart's game. Let's get out of here together.
Right. So
Jason is like, what? And then the Heart freaks out.
And the Heart's like, no way, dude. That's not how this works. You got, like I said, you got to fight all these different Bat people to the death. Although, up until this point, Bruce didn't even know what's really going on. There was never a get in the ring and fight. Here are the rules. None of that. All of a sudden, the Heart is talking a lot and saying and laying everything out. And Bruce is like, okay, well, fine. So the Heart shows him just how badly the tournament is going with all his friends. And the worst part is the Joker is winning, and he's doing all this to break Batman down, right? So the Heart full on starts talking to Bruce at this point. And we had to go back and look because we didn't remember if the Heart was talking to Bruce.
So at this point, up until now, Bruce has theorized that the Heart of Apocalypse is creating these twisted alternate realities for Bruce, because this is clearly not part of the tournament.
Right.
And when Bruce decides to stop playing along, that's what sets the Heart off.
Right. The Heart gets mad because it's an angry Mortal Kombat narrator. And it's like, all right, fine. If you can beat my challenge, I will send you back to the KO battle to help your friends or whatever. And he's like,
but he says, I'm not going to make you fight your kids anymore. I'm not going to make you, I'm not going to put you through a physical test. I'm going to test your mind and your heart.
Right. So we end up in Gotham that is sort of like the game Clue, where Tim Drake, the world's greatest detective, is solving a crime. And he's wearing a flashy blue bat suit, and he looks great. And he's got all these crazy techno bat toys and stuff. And he's like a way better Batman than Bruce ever was. Tim goes back to the cave and he's like, oh man, crazy bat day, right? And suddenly receives a message from Bruce on the Bat computer set in binary. Bruce is stuck in the machine, but Tim's like, nah, get out of here. That's not how this works. I'm no dummy. But then Bruce tries to take over, like some mechanized bat suit that's behind
the robots,
him. One of the robots, whatever.
Like the robots from Kingdom Come and the Batmobile.
And he talks to Tim, and of course he says something to Tim that only Bruce would know. Batman is brilliant. He's been trapped in the computer. He figures out how to make a hologram of himself. And he's like, check it out. I know you had nightmares about your dad after you died. And Tim's like, I never told anybody that. Although it seems like something that could be pretty easy to figure out about a kid whose dad was killed, right? Violently, right? And Tim's like, I never told anybody that. It must be Bruce. And he's like, tell me how I can help you. And he tells him how proud he is. And then he loves him. Tim's a better Batman. And Bruce, Tim never solved Bruce's murder because he didn't want to. It was the final mystery. He could have done it at any time. And he's like, well, let's go solve your murder together. I love you, Dad. And he's like, I love you too, Tim. We love each other. Record screech. And the Heart's like, no, curse you, Batman. This is supposed to be terrible. So, clever enough. Whatever. The Heart then threatens to pit Bruce against versions of all of his children that have taken his place. Stephanie, Babs, Cassie, Jason Fox. Everybody thinks about him all the time.
I mean, even some that never took his place.
Duke,
like Cassie never became Batman.
We're always talking about that guy, and even Azrael. But there's one version of this fight that even Batman can't win. Bruce wakes up in his bed. He's much older, but he doesn't feel too bad. He looks out the window, and Crime Alley, it looks great. It looks like downtown Cleveland. Like they cleaned this shithole up. Oh my God, right? Suddenly, Bruce sees Damian standing before him, all growed up. But Damian, he's smiling. He doesn't look bad at all, and he knows this is not his dad. He's like, I'm Damian. I'm too smart for that. And the Heart must have...
No, that's not what he says.
Hold on. Let me finish. I'm too smart for that. And the Heart obviously made fake me as smart as real me, so I can tell that none of this is real. He even says, when I look out of the edges of my eyes, I can tell this is all fake.
No, that's not what he says. He says... No, he doesn't say, I'm Damian and I'm the smartest and I figured it out. He said... The Heart made a version of me, an idealized version of me, but it did its job too well. It made me too smart, and I can see that this world is fake.
Essentially, exactly what I said. I'm the me.
No, it's not. The way you said it is Damian bragging, so and that's not what's going on.
Damian offers to help old man Bruce escape, but first, he needs to introduce him to somebody, a cute little somebody with big blue eyes, his son. Baby Alfred, and there's not a dry eye in the house. It's his grandson. Oh no! Next issue, Batman versus Happiness. My question is, what is Batman fighting in this moment? What are we doing? I don't understand this challenge.
The Heart is testing Batman to see whether or not he's willing to destroy this perfect reality for his son.
He already knows it's fake.
Yeah, but the Heart wants what the Heart wants.
I get that, but not only does Batman know it's fake, fake Damian knows it's fake. Everyone knows it's fake.
I understand, but emotional manipulation is a real thing, and it fucks with a lot of people.
Even when it's fake, it's going to fuck.
Batman also has profound emotional problems.
Batman is also the world's greatest detective. So I'm not
That's the head and the heart are two different things, Matt.
Not buying. Not when it comes to Batman. We've seen it plenty of times. All right.
No, we've also seen it the way I'm describing it plenty of times, where Batman makes dumb decisions.
We know about
based
Batman.
On emotion.
1, he doesn't go down on anybody. 2, he doesn't let emotions get in the way. This is a man that feels nothing. He's cold. He's calculated.
And he does it. He likes to keep the mask on. Yeah.
I'm still liking this. The art is still incredible.
No, this is an incredible comic book.
The art is still very good. I do think it's kind of a backhanded bullshit way to get Batman back into the contest. And quite honestly, why'd you take him out in the first place? Just let him.
Because when you have a fighting tournament and you've got Batman as one of the combatants, no one is ever going to be satisfied with Batman losing at any point.
I understand that, but he did. He got stabbed. He lost. And then they're like,
he got
no, he didn't.
stabbed in the back by a character he didn't expect to be there.
He's fighting his way back now. It's a misdirect at best. It's still good. I'm liking the comic. But
having Batman in the fighting tournament, fighting like up the ladder, no, that would not have been satisfying because he's Batman.
But having Superman that's satisfying because he's Superman.
Superman lost one of those rounds.
Yeah, we discussed that.
I'm just saying, well, I get it, but like Zatanna fought Harley Quinn and Zatanna didn't win every round either.
Yeah, because Zatanna didn't even know what was going on first.
Matt, come on. You're arguing like
I'm not arguing anything.
Logic when you know that you're arguing comic book logic when there are real world storytelling.
I understand that. That is part of my point. There's an overarching sense of there are barely any rules at any time based on
it's almost
what we
like
need
it's what I've been saying
moment.
From the very beginning. Having your entire event based on style and not substance makes for a bad event.
Yes, I'm feeling it more and more. That said, this comic is a buy it.
This comic is great.
They're doing a good job. They're investigating some stuff. I do think they unveiled this Damian knowing none of this is real in that moment a little quick for Batman to have any problem here. So we'll have to see what happens next issue. But
you and I, as outsiders and lifelong Batman fans, can say there's no way Batman falls for this.
Do you think Batman might go, you know what? I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life in a video game with a fake version of my son and my fake grandson. Sounds good. The man that escaped from an apocalyptic mind prison he was trapped in for 150 years. Okay. Back in like, what was that, Final Crisis? I think that happened. And then he turned into a caveman and re-evolved.
Sure.
Like, that guy, Joe.
Look, I'm saying that you and I can apply our cold, cynical comic fan logic and go, this is dumb. But the Heart of Apocalypse, as a sentient being whose whole purpose is to make itself giddy by clashing these action figures together, is fucking with all of these characters.
I get it.
And it thinks that it can fuck with Batman by showing Batman a version of his son.
I understand.
That's happy and healthy with a son of his own, a grandson named for his own father figure and mentor in a city that has been saved from crime.
And Joe Patrick thinks next issue, maybe they go, this is how Batman is now.
No, Matt, obviously I don't think
obviously
that.
you don't.
I'm saying
that's my problem.
God, you drive me insane. It's the last page of the penultimate issue. Obviously, that's not how it's going to end.
No, they're going to say, now you have to eat your grandson if you want to get back.
It's a final twist. The Heart of Apocalypse needs you to eat baby Alfred.
Damn you, Heart of Apocalypse. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
And he'll do it too.
Bruce does what it takes.
Yeah, I thought this was a great tie-in.
Yeah, it's good. I'm still
Justice League Unlimited continues to be exceptional.
Yeah.
The last two chapters of All Fight Month were a bust for me.
Yeah, your mileage definitely varies with...
well, the Flash one was good, though.
Flash one was all right. Yeah, it was fun. But these, again, I'm agreeing with you more and more. The event is definitely starting to show its true colors.
Well, just wait until Annabelle shows up.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Or Samantha, the serial killer bear, starts kicking Lex around.
Or Vampirella. Or Red Sonja.
Can't wait.
Excelsior!
That is it for THN 801. Next week, it is that time of year again. We are finally celebrating the best comic books of 2025.
Just in time.
Too late. We will be handing out our coveted Golden Beppo Awards. If you need more THN in the meantime, join our Discord, which you can find out about at twoheadednerd.com. We'll also be having ongoing KO discussion there. The Gang Hang happens on Saturdays at 11 o'clock Central Time. Get there, discuss comics with us. We beg you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show if you're watching us on YouTube, or give us a little review wherever you get your podcasts. It helps us to get in front of other listeners.
THN is a listener-supported podcast, and it wouldn't be possible without the generosity of donors like our newest patron, Ezequiel Vargas. If you like what you hear every week and you want access to exclusive THN content, it's easy to support the show. Just like Ezequiel, I apologize if I got your name wrong.
Sounds like you sneezed when you said that last time.
You can sign up to be a patron at patreon.com/twoheadednerd.
Before we go, this week's shout out goes to our sisters and brothers in Minneapolis. It is a difficult time to defend this country, and no one is reminding us harder that freedom isn't free. Be safe, keep your head up, and keep up the good fight. We at THN support you.
Until next time, true believers, remember to pre-order your comics, or your retailer might take a shit on your pile while he's on the psychic space phone with you. This is the Two-Headed Nerd, signing off.